Amentet, Lady of the West and Guardian of the Afterlife. In the golden twilight of ancient Egyptian belief, where life and death were threads of the same divine fabric, the goddess Amentet, she of the West, stood as a quietly powerful figure. While lesser known than Isis or Hathor, Amentet was no less vital to those who chose to honour her cult. She personified life after death, or more precisely, the hope that beyond the western horizon, where the sun slipped into the earth at the end of the day, the human spirit would find safe refuge and renewal. The West for the ancient Egyptians was a deeply symbolic place. Ancient Egyptian burial grounds are clustered on the western side of the Nile, facing the land of the living across the river on the eastern bank. It was in this sacred geography Amentet made her home. She stood at the threshold of the Duat, the mysterious, ever-shifting underworld, ready to greet and nourish the weary soul, newly arrived from the trauma of death. She was the delightful hostess you hoped would welcome you to eternity. Amentet's name comes from the Egyptian name for this hidden land. She is depicted anthropomorphically, with the hieroglyphic sign for the West on her head, which in its earlier form comprised a hawk on a standard with a single feather at the front. Later, the symbol was simplified. Artworks from tombs and papyri often show Amentet wearing her standard with the addition of a semicircular loaf, alluding to her nurturing role. She also wears the red headband of Hathor, the goddess who is the king's mother and the source of all good things. In the pyramid text Utterance 254, she is called the Beautiful West. Behold, she comes to meet you, the beautiful West, meeting you with her lovely tresses. She says to the king, "Here comes he whom I have borne, whose horn is upstanding, the eye-painted pillar, the bull of the sky. Your shape is distinct. Pass in peace, for I have protected you." Her sceptre is ostrich-plumed, connecting her to Osiris, the king of the underworld, and she carries the symbol of the Ankh, or the breath of life, indicating her regenerative powers. Sometimes she is shown offering water as well as bread. For ancient Egyptians, water for drinking was as crucial as it was for ritual cleansing. Portable water was indispensable for survival in the desert and sourced primarily from the Nile and carefully managed through canals and wells. In the tomb, its gift symbolized life's vitality and renewal, so to receive such an offering was a good omen, a sign that one's spirit could endure in the field of reeds, the paradisical afterlife. In the Old Kingdom pyramid texts, some of the oldest religious writings in the world, the dead king is encouraged to join the company of the gods in the land of the West. Amentet was thus a key player in the delivery of the promise of kingship beyond death. Her role was what Egyptologists call democratized in later centuries, when she became popular in the funerary art of non-royals. In the New Kingdom, for instance, she became the patron goddess of the Theban necropolis, where she was part of Osiris's retinue. There was no separate cult for her, but from the late period onwards, her image was placed on the bottom of coffins. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the West was a profoundly important place. It was the land of the sunset and the entrance to the underworld. The Egyptians linked the journey of the deceased with the sun's eternal cycle. Yet the West was not an end. It was merely a gateway to renewal, transformation, and eternal life. It reminds us that for the ancient Egyptians, death was not feared, but woven into the larger hopeful story of cosmic order and resurrection. So when the light of day faded and the world turned gold and purple, the people of the Nile Valley saw not an ending but a beginning when they looked west. There Amentet, the lady of the endless horizon, waited to assist them should they be called on their final journey. Thank you for listening to the Numbers of Thoth. If you're enjoying these deep dives into Egypt's spiritual legacy, please remember to subscribe, leave a review, and share the mystery with a friend. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.